let's talk about something that everybody shies away from: menstruation. Yes, that monthly visitor which is very misunderstood and which have its significance in different cultures, different traditions. Menstruation isn't just about biology or discomfort. It's deeply spiritual and a doorway to a heightened connection with yourself and the universe. In this video, we are going to know how different cultures actually approach menstruation, and yoga के tradition में what are the limitations, what are the belief systems that goes with this topic. तो चलिए आइए शुरू करते हैं. How cultures view menstruation? Why is menstruation still a taboo? This is the question that we have to ask ourselves. Some cultures treat it as a time of exclusion, others as a sign of impurity, and many view it as a sacred process. In certain Native American tribes, menstruating women were believed to possess heightened spiritual powers. Similarly, African and South American tribes elaborate ceremonies to make a young girl's first period. Puberty celebrations in South India. Ritu Kala Samskara. Yes, this is a beautiful tradition celebrated in southern part of India, particularly in Tamil Nadu, to mark a young girl's transition into womanhood. Here's how it unfolds. So the entire family comes to celebrate the young girl's first step into womanhood. उनको जो है स्नान करवाया जाता है हल्दी में, and then she is made to drip in a beautiful half sari, and then the entire family comes to bless her and have a blast, a feast together. Then her maternal uncle comes and gives her a sari, a full sari, which she drips in the rest part of the day. And yes, no tradition in southern part or any part of India is completed without the food. So the entire family comes over and then they enjoy a feast, the first feast of the girl as a woman. It's more than just a ritual, it's a way of saying you are stepping into a new chapter of life. A temple celebrating menstruation. So हमारे असम में there's Kamakhya Devi temple, the temple of goddess Kamakhya. Ma Kamakhya represents the divine feminine and is believed to menstruate once a year in the month of Ashar. This period is known as the Ambubach, when the doors of the temple are closed to all, as it is believed that Ma Kamakhya goes through the annual cycle of menstruation and people gather to celebrate her regenerative power. Menstruation and yoga, moving beyond the mat. Yoga views menstruation a part of life's natural cycle, like the sunrise and the sunset. There are times of transition where energy shifts and the mind becomes more receptive. This is why in the Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga tradition, practitioners are advised not to perform asana practice during menstruation, as well as on full moon and new moon days. But before you get confused, let me clarify. No practice doesn't mean that doing nothing. Here, you can just change the direction of your practice. Instead of doing intensive asana practice, you can dive deep into pranayama, you can dive deep into meditation, you can do the restorative yoga practice and yin yoga also. अगर आपको yin yoga and restorative yoga क्या है नहीं पता, you can watch this video and know more about that practices. In ancient Gurukuls, there were no weekends, but students were given breaks on full moon and new moon days, not for rest but for introspection, meditation and deep spiritual work. These times were seen as opportunities to connect with higher consciousness. Ayurveda and menstruation. In Ayurveda, menstruation is called Rajasrava and a menstruating woman is referred to as Rajasvala. The word Rajas signifies movement, energy, and the essence of life. So instead of viewing menstruation as a burden, Ayurveda treats it as a time of renewal and cleansing. Ayurveda explains that menstruation helps eliminate toxins or ama from the body. It's a time to honor your body's needs for rest and nourishment. So, menstruation is a time when the body actually aligns with the universe. It's not a curse, rather it's a gift. And it is a perfect opportunity for all of us to connect with the universe, to enhance our journey as a spiritual seeker. And I feel instead of going deep into the asana practice during the menstruation, one should go deeper into other practices like the pranayama practice, the meditation practice, and go deeper inside ourselves. I hope this video helped. Thank you.